welcome to JK Education Center. Today I am going to focus on the strength and concentration of acid. What it means? Some of we are a little confused about the strength and concentration. We think both of them are same or similar, but actually they are completely different matter. Now let's talk about them. In terms of strength, actually acid is divided into two types. Number one, strong acid. And number two, weak acid. Now, what is the meaning of strong acid? Actually, an acid is called strong acid if its molecule undergoes almost complete ionization in aqueous solution and gives high concentration of hydrogen ion in the aqueous solution. What it means? I want to give examples. Just for example, we are saying that hydrochloric acid is a strong acid. We know this. And sulfuric acid is a strong acid. In the same way, nitric acid is also strong acid. But why they are called strong acid? Just now what I told you. Let's say this is a beaker and hydrochloric acid is taken here, and actually hydrochloric acid is taken in the form of aqueous solution. Now let's say here we have 100 molecules of hydrochloric acid. Then out of 100 molecules, probably 95 molecule will ionize in this solution, and only 5 molecules are not ionized. It means it is giving high concentration of hydrogen ion. Hydrochloric acid, when ionizes, it gives hydrogen ion and chloride ion. We know this. And if out of 100, just for assumption we are taking 100 molecules, if 95 molecules are ionized out of 100, it means it gives high concentration of this hydrogen ion. And if we add more water on further dilution, 96, 97, 98, almost all the molecules ionizes. And if it is so, then that type of acid is called strong acid. Strong acid means the acid in which the molecules undergoes almost all in ionization in aqueous solution. That's why not only hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid also ionizes in the same way. And look at this, the concentration of hydrogen ion will be very high. Out of 100 molecules, maybe 95, 98 molecules will ionize. In the same way, nitric acid also ionizes a lot. This degree of ionization is concerned with the strength of acid. But what about weak acid? Now let's talk about weak acid. In case of weak acid, it is completely different. Let's say this is one of the weak acid. Let's say acetic acid. This formula is CS3COOS. When it ionizes, it produces hydrogen ion and acetate ion. Now, if there are 100 molecules, let's say, then only 5 molecules are ionized. 5 molecules are found to be ionized, and remaining 95 molecules are not ionized. This is the nature of acetic acid. And if we add more water, then what is found? 6, 7, 8, 9 or maybe 10 molecule ionizes, but all the molecule never ionizes. That's why an acid is called this dilute acid. An acid is called weak acid, sorry, not dilute. An acid is called weak acid if its molecule does not ionize completely in aqueous solution. That's why this is by nature, some acids are strong, some acids are weak. These are strong acid and acetic acid and carbonic acid, and there are other also, they are weak acid. The ionization is less. But what about concentration? Concentration is different matter than that of the strength. Concentration actually related to the amount of acid. How can we define concentration? The concentration of the acid means the amount of acid present in certain volume is called actually concentration. Amount of acid present in certain volume represents concentration of that acid. Now, what is the meaning? In the context of, in the sense of concentration also, acid is divided into two types. One is called concentrated. One is called concentrated acid. Another is called dilute acid. In the context of concentration, it is divided into two types. Now, what is the meaning of concentrated acid and the meaning of dilute acid? Let's say we have a concentrated acid and another dilute. This is hydrochloric acid, let's say. If 20% is acid and only 80% is if water. Now, amount of acid present in this acid in this volume is very less in comparison with water. It is only 20%. 80% is water. That's why this is what? This is dilute, not concentrated. But in this case, if just opposite, 80% is if acid and only 20% is if water, then what can we say? The amount of acid present in this acid is, I mean to say, in this volume is very high. That's why it is concentrated acid. That's why, what is concentrated acid? Amount of acid present in the volume, and total volume, is if more than concentrated, then the acid is called concentrated acid. But amount of acid present in the total volume is if less, then that is called dilute acid. And acid may be hydrochloric acid or may be acetic acid. Hydrochloric acid may be concentrated if amount of hydrochloric acid is more, and acetic acid also may be concentrated if amount of acetic acid is more than that of the water. That's why this concentration is not related to strength. It is completely different than strength. But strength is completely related to the power of ionization of the acid. Okay, this much for today.